Back in the day, the flea markets catered to immigrants, pretty much like they do today, but even immigrants have come a long way from where they were in the 80s. You know, in the 80s, we were coming from places where you often killed your own food to cook it and eat it. And now a lot of immigrants come from countries where the food is already processed for them. So in the 80s, if you went to the flea market, there was a section in the back where you could buy a baby cow, buy a goat, buy a lamb, buy some ducks, buy some chickens, take them home, kill them, cook them up. And every Easter, we would get pet rabbits from there. Or sometimes we'd get a goat, and he'd be our pet for 2 months until we made birria, and then all the kids cried, and the adults had a party. And so one Easter, I remember we got a white rabbit, a brown rabbit, and a black rabbit. And we were, again, immigrants, so we didn't know all the English words or names, and so we just named them Whitey, Brownie, and Blackie. And, you know, they lived for a couple years. And then other Easters, we would get different pets. Sometimes we'd get chicks, and one time we got a duck. And we did good by this duck. You know, we would buy him duck food, and we raised him up until he was like a teenage duck. And when he became a teenage duck, he became more of a handful because you couldn't just put him in his box. He would start quacking loud and fly out and started making messes. And, you know, every night we had to fill up the bathtub because we thought he needed water. And we didn't really know what we were doing. Our level of education around caring for other beings isn't what it is today. You know, they were just animals. They were pets. And now, you know, pets are like part of the family. And I'm not even arguing that. We love our dogs like part of the family. But back then, I just didn't know better, right? And so when a pet became too much, we set them free. You know, we just let them go. Run, you're free. You know, you're not jailed with us. And now, you know, that would be considered abandoning an animal. And so along those lines, when the duck became more than we wanted to deal with, we were going to set him free. And near our house, there was this duck pond where people went to feed the ducks in a park called William Land Park. We lived in the projects, which was next to this nice community and park. And so we drove over there. We went to the pond and to let the duck free. And so we get out, and everybody wants to see this wonderful reunion of a duck coming back home to his family and being welcomed and living the life he should have always led. You know, he can fly from one end of the pond to the other. He can eat algae out the pond. He's going to be happy. And so we get there and we pull him out of the box, and we're kind of walking with him. And we see all the ducks like see us, and then they start coming towards us because people go there to feed the ducks and they think we're going to feed them. So we put the little duck down to kind of give them some time to meet up, and then we can all be enamored by this homecoming. And so the little duck sees him, and he starts waddling towards all the other ducks, and the other ducks like swim hella fast. Some even fly a little bit to get to the edge of the water, and they jump out, and they all start waddling up to the little duck, and we're like, oh, this is so awesome. And every single one of them fucking ducks jumped on him and started pecking him. They were climbing over each other, trying to peck the shit out of the little duck. Like, they were set tripping. And I don't remember who screamed. Somebody screamed, they're killing the little duck. And so someone ran over there, scared the other ducks, and grabbed the little duck. And then I think we had to go like to 2 or 3 ponds before we found one where they kind of just ignored him and let him like get near him. But all the other times, like, that little duck got fucked up 3 or 4 times before we found a suitable pond for him. Because ducks be set tripping. Ducks be gang banging on other ducks. So if you ever get a pet duck, be careful where you let them go. You might be dropping them off in a rival hood, and them other ducks are going to smash them. That said, take good care of your pets. They're more than just animals, they're beings. And they deserve to lead a life with dignity. If you know, if you're not gonna eat them, even if you are gonna eat them, you know, try to give them a happy life before you do, so that they taste better. But you shouldn't just get pets and not have a plan for how you're gonna take care of them. And that's what we did. And because of that, Lil Duck got smashed on hella times until we found him a cool home. I don't know if they were cool, and then when we left, they got him. I hope not. Much love. Have a good one.